let's get this out of the way right now. Boggy Creek from 2010 is a low-budget, straight-to-DVD crap fest. But with expectations set real low, let's see what this movie has to offer. The opening credits are good. 3 flashes of some creature in the woods. The effects from what we can see so far look pretty good too. But I have a feeling all of the budget went into the effects and nothing else. We meet 2 girls, Maya and Jen. Jen's father just died and left her a cabin in the woods. The girls are planning a week out there, but Maya invites her friend Dave, thinking maybe Jen and Dave could hook up.
Jen, this is Dave. Dave, this is Jennifer.
Hey Jen, how you doing?
They get to the cabin and see that Dave, who looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, brought his girlfriend Brooke. So much for Jen hooking up with him. She's not happy to see this many people for her peaceful getaway, but she goes along with it. While walking around the cabin, Jen reminisces about her dad and the good times she had with him. She loved her dad and hated her mom for leaving him. But her mom is nothing but nice to Jen. She calls her all the time to check up on her, and Jen is completely rude to her. It makes the main character very unlikable. Maya, Dave, and Brooke go into town for dinner and get some great customer service.
I'm sorry, but there's something in this water.
Oh, here. There you go, hon. All gone.
Jen stays back at the cabin and meets Dustin, the neighbor. Dustin had an encounter with Bigfoot, so he always carries a gun around. He tells Jen about him and his wife's story. You think it's going to be some crazy story where he fought for his life, but no. They're making out in the swamp of all places. He turns around, and Bigfoot snatches her. They really cut to the point in that story. So it's the same thing we've heard countless times. Bigfoot kills the men, and he keeps the women to breed with. By 2010, you would think they wouldn't have to keep reusing this same story, but here we are. That night, Jen is having a dream she's being chased by something. She gets to her dad, who yells at her for playing in the woods alone. Then, someone in real life jumps at the window for a scare. It turns out it's Maya's boyfriend Tommy, played by Texas Battle. What a name. So now he joins the group. Jen should be pissed off about all these people being here on her peaceful retreat, and she should be mourning her dad. But most of the time, she has a smile on her face and acts like the girl next door.
So what happened to her dad anyway?
We finally get to hear about how her father died. They found him on the side of the road, and it looked like a huge truck hit him. But yeah, we all know better than that. It was Bigfoot. Brooke is jealous of Jen, thinking that her and Dave are always flirting, so she gets drunk, steals his car, and heads into town. But before she can get to the main road, there's a pile of sticks in the way. Okay, we all know what's gonna happen here. She gets out, moves the sticks, turns around, and bam, right into Bigfoot. The next morning, she's still missing, but no one seems to care. Dave's more mad she stole his truck.
You see, dude, she jacked my truck last night.
They all head out deeper into the woods to tent camp for a few nights. They tell spooky stories around the campfire until Tommy has to take a poop. Bigfoot doesn't like it when you poop in his woods. Dave goes out to look for Tommy, and he too gets attacked. They're all dropping like flies. Probably because there's only 5 minutes left in the movie. Time to start killing off the main characters. And now the girls are alone, and several Bigfoot are starting to circle the tent. They run out of the tent, but Maya gets abducted. Dustin is there to save Jen, and she makes a run for it. She makes it to the highway, the same place her dad made it to. Then she gets a call from her mom, but she's not out of the woods yet. Several Bigfoot emerge from the woods, and finally, one takes her away. Did you see that coming? 'Cause I sure did. The weakest part of this movie has got to be the writing. It's slow-paced and predictable. The best part of this movie are the creature effects. They look really good, and I am so glad they didn't go with CGI. They would have messed that up. I also really like the filming location. Everything was filmed in Texas and has this real creepy vibe to it. But it's ruined by the music. They play this soft rock music throughout the whole film. There's some really scary moments that could have been better, but no, we have this happy, motivational music playing in the background. I also think the actors are pretty weak, but maybe they're doing the best with what they got. In the end, I give Boggy Creek from 2010 1.5 flies in your water out of 4.
Don't be such a scaredy cat. Get in.
Hey, stop playing. I'm not getting in there. Look at it. Look at all that green stuff floating around. Like fish poop or something. As far as I know, it can be some green, flesh-eating bacteria disease or something like that.